I'm going to I was gonna do another video, but I wanted to hold off on that. Just clicking away and getting things squared away. As you already know, that I tried to broadcast and do it on different multiple platforms and stuff, but I didn't want to take away. Also, a big shout out. I'm gonna also be talking. I talked to like one of my friends and a few other people, and they want me to start looking at doing podcasting. They feel like if we do podcasting, especially on BMT, that it actually will bear fruit in different other avenues, which I actually agreeing on, because if you do podcasting, they can't monetize you. They can't tell you what you can say or how you can act or how you can go about doing stuff. It's podcasting. So what I've already decided, and as of today, starting later on tonight, I'm going to be doing podcasting. I'm going to drop the link to the podcast in different groups. I'm going to pull a David Carroll. It's one of my icons. I love David Carroll. I'm not going to put the uncut stuff on YouTube anymore. Not what I really have. I have a lot of written material. I'm like, ooh, this is too. I'll probably be locked up. Now I'm going to put it on. I'm going to podcast it. But I wanted to do this talk because this is something that I was watching a video, watching a few videos of different other YouTubers. And then I was watching some stuff from the DNC. But this is something I really want to talk on. If you guys like the content, please come on over to the YouTube page. We definitely want to talk about this because this is something that I don't want to get shut down from Facebook. I mean, honestly, they already tried one time. I left. I said I'll take my material off, but I'm dead set on walking away from Facebook. But I wanted to do this talk on something that I feel like as Black people, we're not trying to talk about it. Because if we talk about it, that means we have to admit to something more greater than that we call white supremacy. Let me say that again. What we're about to talk about is more dangerous and more potent than white supremacy. And I would honestly argue with any of y'all to debate me on it. The topic that I gave out today, and if you want to know about it, you can check it in the YouTube. I put it in the description below for Facebook. And also I'm going to put it on IG and Twitter. Why Black older men and women like Black youth ignorant and docile. Now, if you don't know what docile is, I can easily pull it up for you. And I chose those words carefully. I didn't want to say that you're dumb. I wanted to say that they like you docile. They like you submissive. They like you ignorant, not knowing what actually is out there. This is Black men and Black women, older Black men and Black women who actually know this stuff. Or if they don't know, they don't want you to know so that way you can one up them. And the question that you would ask me is, Joe, that's not true. Why would Black people want to hold Black people back? See, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't Black people want to hold Black people back? Just think about it. Just think about it. If you're the blind man, if you're in a blind kingdom, and you're the only person with one eye, then who's the king? Who can see? You can. And the problem with that is that a lot of these people that are old, that wasted and squandered their time, or are probably in some type of place that they feel like this is the end of my road. I've seen this happen to older men dealing with younger boys. You'll never get out the hood. This is as good as it's going to get. You ain't going to never be shit. I've seen older women, Black women, do this to their daughters. Tell them to get on the system. Mind you, the system makes black women have to be indoctrinated with their children and their men into a form where they can watch you. They can tell you how much you're allowed to make. They have to put your man up in the papers. So if he comes up shy, he gets locked up. They will tell you, black women, to do not listen to your man. If he talks back to you, call the police. Lock him up. Let him stew in jail for a while. You see, I have watched in my time on this earth a lot of older blacks tell younger blacks things that have been more harmful than helpful. I have watched blacks who have been in seats of power, whether it be schools, church, politics, and different platforms, have led a lot of blacks astray, telling them because they have the mic and they have the louder speaking box. Listen, don't trust that man over there. He's the devil. And if you trust him, you and your children are going to be burned and staked. You told me to raise up a woman higher than myself. But don't trust the white man's Jesus. But the black woman is God and queen. But yet we don't want to talk about different stuff like that. Hey, what's going on, Jay? There's a lot of systems and a lot of infractions of things that, as black people, that we don't want to call out. I've been told plenty of times to join these movements. Legal immigration, let's help illegal immigrants get over here because they're treated just like slaves. Well, why ain't nobody out there whipping them? Why are they getting health care? I never seen a slave get health care. Why are they allowed to go to court and get a fair trial? I never seen a slave get a fair trial. But see, you got black people calling them auntie and, oh yeah, reverend and daddy and all that. You see how only in the black community do we raise these type of people up where they have a speaking voice over the masses. These people get a chance to say who's in and who's out. What's going on, BK? Have you not noticed that a lot of these black people have been kicking black people out who've been meaning well for the black community? Black men saying, listen, black women will step up and start fixing the parks, start putting money into the school, but we need y'all to get in line and follow us with it. Get out the black community. You're not going to tell us that. All the black men are gone. You can't say this ever happened because we had the I think it was the 300, or it was a black million. It was some kind of black men in Detroit. They got ran out of the community by older black women who didn't want to give up their seat of authority. You got black men who will tell black boys to treat their women like shit. Talk down on them, that they're less than an animal. But in the same breath, this older Negro is trying to play sugar daddy to that girl, treating her like princess, like that's some type of sick little daughter of his that he can buy her shoes and put her house. So that way when she said, hey, listen, I know your mama kicked you out, but you can come stay with me. Baby, you can come sleep in my bed. Now, girls only like what, 17, 16, 20? Niggas like 40. Now, some of y'all gonna be like, well, shit, ain't nothing wrong with that. He paying the bill. See, that's that type of mentality. But see, how many of you younger brothers have had a female snatched away from you from an older nigga? Let's talk about it. I know I have. I couldn't compete with that dude. He had doggone 15 years on the earth more than me. He had more access to getting vehicles and different other stuff. I would never, if I see a younger brother trying to get with a younger girl, I'm not going to try to throw shade on him and try to put dark secrets on, to put dark moves on that younger brother so that way I can get with that younger female. And believe me, I know, and I've seen some men do that. Or I've seen some of y'all older Negroes do that kind of, fuckery. You see, we don't want to talk about the dirt that goes on in the black community. Let's go over. Let's slide over to the church. Why is it that the black youth is now getting away from the church? Church ain't what it used to be. Far from it. See, there's a reason why a lot of black youth are not going to the church, because the church is no more different than the doggone strip club. It's a gang. And if you ever been in the black community, if you don't roll with the church, you don't have no say so. I've never seen so many black women go to the church and yet they still can't find a man. But yet there's a man on the pulpit telling you about the greatest man in the world. Yet they still can't find that one just man in the black community that they can call their man. How contradictory is that? I've seen plenty of good black men walking through the community, doing what they need to do, trying to fight and to stand their ground in the black community, only to be told that they sound like a white boy. That if they're not ignorant and docile and stupid, that they are a sellout. That if they take time to rather stay home and read, watch cartoons, keep to themselves, play video games, that somehow they're a faggot or they're somehow weak or lame. Because that boy rather stay at home and watch his baby brothers and sisters because mama's still going out trying to live her life. He comes up being a lame. Daughter has to choose. Does she stay in the house with mama and her boyfriend, knowing that this man sometimes be trying to peep a look at her, cop a feel? But mama understands that, listen, somebody did it to me, so why not you? You see, these are little talks that we don't want to have. But you'll tell me to keep my mind out for white supremacy. You'll tell me how I should sexually behave or exploit myself. Oh yeah, you don't think black children that we're not told on how to sexually exploit ourselves to get what we want? Colorism is no more than a sexual exploitation of how we can try to fit in. Hey, don't stand in the sun too long, you'll get too dark. Ain't no man gonna want no dark-skinned girl. Make your hair look really nice. I've seen plenty of dark-skinned boys get angry at light-skinned boys. Why? Because they know that light-skinned boy has a more fairer shot than they do at getting to pick the females first, which female that they want to fuck with. Then the dark-skinned boys, they fight over who can they get. And the best way to how they can get who they can get is by being the meanest or the strongest or have the most charisma or being the most foolish. This is stuff that we see in the black community. You don't get a lot of the older ones that actually try to set us straight and say, hey, don't do that. Why? Because at their time when they were doing that, it was normal. One of the most cringeworthy movies I've ever watched was The Color Purple. And I didn't like it because the woman that wrote The Color Purple, she treated her daughters like shit. Yet she made a movie about black girls being done wrong, but yet she mentally berated her daughters. I've seen black men talk about all kind of shit about how to sexually exploit and get more and more pussy. But they never tell their sons how to get more and more knowledge, how to advance up in the job world, how to get a 5K plan, how to get the Fortune 500 company. I rarely ever see black men have those type of talk. But let you ask black men how to get pussy somehow with a master's of political pussy science. Ask your daddy how to fill out the ASVAB. or financial aid. Niggas go stupid. Ask these historical black colleges how far behind are they in debt because they take kids' money, but yet somehow they're still behind in debt. Hey, where's my books? Oh, they're coming. They haven't been sitting here. Why not? Man, you know how the government is. No, nigga, I don't. It's not the government, nigga. That's your job. Y'all get mad at the smart black people that have done something. Do y'all ever notice that? The black people who speak common sense and tell us that, listen, at the end of the day, you have to have some type of accountability, that the black community is almost naturally trained to attack them now. Am I the only one that sees that? That when a black man chooses to walk away from the foolishness, you either think he's mentally retarded or somehow he's a sellout. Now, I'm not going to lie. Because whenever I see a white boy walk through the black community and he get cornrowed and wear some goddamn gold caps on his teeth, y'all niggas think he's the next coming of Jesus. Let a black boy tuck in his shirt, walk straight, put on and just use vernacular English. Fucking white boy, what the fuck wrong with you? Girls come, ew, I ain't want that fucking faggot. I mean, come on, man. I've seen black men have talking points of why they should have a baby mama before they try to actually go get a wife. Mind you, the baby mama. Do you know why? Let me tell you why you hear a lot of women that never talk to their daughters about getting the ring. I've seen more mothers more happy for their daughter to get a child, but not a ring. To get the baby mama. You know, that the second trophy, not the trophy, the second trophy. Because they know that they can get some type of access to the system. But technically, you don't have no access to the man because all you did was spew out a child. Now you got to prove if he wants to actually want to be around you. See, here's the thing about it. There's a different weight category to baby mama and wife. See, this is why this is the difference about it. Some of y'all, see, this is how bad the black community got. I've never seen a community so happy where we uplift the baby mama more than the wife. The wife has to be looked at as, oh, you're just docile, weak, and submissive. But somehow the baby mama is strong, bold, and creative, where she doesn't take any shit from a man. Like, I never understood that. I'm like, when did this happen for us? No wonder why black boys never seen their daddy in the house. Daddy was never really oh yeah, I'm still your daddy. Nigga, you were just a dude that just fucked my mama, got her high and drunk. It's amazing. Y'all got Me Too, but Me Too never touched the hood. How the fuck did that happen? But don't worry, it's okay. I'm the sellout. I can say this shit. Y'all been done exiled me from the black community 10 years ago. So I can talk my shit. It doesn't hurt me. I see more dudes willing to get a girl pregnant rather than actually try to say, yo, what's your 5-year plan for, work, career, life, marriage, credit score? See, you don't get a lot of us that actually want to have that kind of talk with a woman. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, brothers, if that girl ain't trying to find out your 5 to 10 year plan of what you're trying to do, and yes, some people do think like that. Let me tell you, in a lot of other homes, Indian homes, Asian homes, you got to have some type of plan or background before you take their daughter even out that house. When I say you got to have, listen, poor people just fuck. People with finances breed. Let me say that again. Poor people just fuck. People with finances breed. There's a reason why the upper class has stayed upper class. They don't fuck just to fuck. They find somebody suitable to keep their balance of wealth. So they breed. They find another family. They match make. Hey, what do you do? I'm in pharmaceuticals. What do you do? Oh, really? Guess what? I'm in I work out to sea. I control most of the ports out there in Charleston. Really? Would your children like to play with my children? Sure. What schools do your children go to? Mine go to James Allen Academy of the Gifted. You know what? I'll put my child in that school. And they keep their kids close together. Matching up. Niggas, no. Mama, I like her. Ew, don't look at her. She dark as fuck. Well, I like her. She's nice. Boy, what I tell you. Get yourself a pretty girl. Look at her. What's about her? She got nice hair and she got pretty clothes on. Now the dark-skinned girl feels a little bit left out because more of the boys are trained to go look at the more lighter and more pleasant to society eyes looking female. So the way that the darker girl can be seen is she has to act more brash, more provocative. She has to be more mean. She has to be mean because she wants the boys to see her, but she really just wants to say, I like you. I want you just to like me too. So she has to hit the boys, fight the boys. And the boys will notice her because they're like, damn, Shawty's like a bad bitch. This is where the bad bitch mentality comes in for female. I'm going to do a talk about that on the podcast. Don't worry, y'all going to like these podcast talks. But see, the older women do not tell the younger girl about the self-destructive behavior. Why? Because they understood this is what I had to do to fight to eat. This is what I had to do to get that man into this apartment, into your grandma's bed, so that way I can get his seed, so that way I can give birth to you, so that way I can provide for myself. So you're going to have to put in the work too, child, if you want to make it. This is what the older niggas tell the young boy that, listen, I need foot soldiers. So that way I don't have to risk my life and my time. So if I can tell you young niggas that, listen, the white man's not trying to hire you. No, you don't put that book down. What you need to do is pick up this dope. And I need you to run it across town. And if you see that white man, even though he's not really looking at you, I need you to be on guard and I need you to run. And if he says stop, you run harder, black boy, because life is trying to kill you. But what he didn't tell you is, I already sent you to death. You see, a lot of y'all ain't gonna like. See, a lot of people ain't gonna like this fucking talk. Why? Because we're talking about something that's real. We're talking about why a lot of black boys are in the grave now. We're talking about a lot of black girls are having babies out of wedlock and their baby easily gets snatched out of their arm and put into doggone DSS. Why? Because mama and daddy and grandpa and grandma didn't want to tell them, listen, the shit that we did not work. We fucked up. But guess what? We never going to tell you that. Why? Because if you fuck up, it covers up our fuck ups. And guess what? We can just blame the white man. We can blame the Asian and the Arab. But you know what? It's never our fuck up. This is why you see so many of those black caucuses. I call them black cocksuckers. This is why you see so many of them are so willing to tell black youth that Trump is out there to get them. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, white rich people do not give a shit for y'all anymore. And let me tell you right now, because they know that your talking point has become so stagnant in the same. It's almost like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, hoping for a different result. And the reason why they understand that you're going to keep doing the same dumb shit, because your forefathers that are telling you what to do have done the same dumb shit, and they're not showing any type of improvement. But see, this is why you see our school systems falling to the side. This is why you see now they don't mind y'all talking about gays and sexuality rather than talking about how to get funding for schools and shit. Y'all talking about illegal immigration. Y'all talking about every fucking thing else but the problems that we actually have going on in our communities, in our inner cities. Do you know why black people are not trying to get gangs out of their city? Because for them to get gangs out would mean that they would have to answer to the fuck ups that their brother, their daddy, and their sons and daughters are gang members, and that they don't want to have to turn them in because it's a lucrative inner circle business. Yeah, it is. I know my son is a dope dealer, but he got fucking respect and he brings me money. So that makes me feel good. And it may be not the right respect, but damn, it's respect. It's more so than what that white man gave me. It's more so than what society gave me. But see, let me tell you, black man, since you're so proud of your son being that dope boy that sold you that dope. You see, y'all happy for how that black man is. This is why we raised the dope. Let me tell y'all why. Let me tell y'all a little cool secret. Y'all want to know why we raised the dope man so high? Because we looked at it as the gangsters, the white gangsters, the Scarelli boys, and the Al Capones and all of them. We looked at those Italian families and how they did things. We looked at its corruption, and we understood that Dr. King and them tried the peaceful side, and that nothing happened. So what happened was, as the positive people started to move on and were given access to different things, see, the Negro, the negative Negroes, they could not move on. Let me say, I can't wait till y'all hear about it. Let me tell you a secret that my granddaddy told me. My granddaddy told me something. He said, son, after Jim Crow was done, the black man split like Cain and Abel. This is a story that wasn't told to y'all in the history books. The positive, hard-working Negro knew he could move up. He didn't have to carry the negative Negro. That would be Cain. You see, Cain and Abel were two niggas, were two black men. They had to be. And the difference was, when they went before God, Cain could not produce the same fruits. So what Cain did, Cain killed Abel. This is why you get so many negative black men are so willing to try to kill your career, kill your character, and even kill you. Why do they do that? Because they know that in any and everything that they do, they will never be pleasing to their God. So what that says is that as long as they keep you down, even if it means that they have to kill you, they will do it. That is the Cain's curse on the Negro. See, there's a lot of talks I want to do with y'all. This is why the rappers speak. Notice this. No, I want you to think about that. Back when we were making moves in the 60s and the 70s, you didn't see entertainers talking. You didn't see James Brown talking. You didn't see any of our artists that we had back then. You didn't see them doing no political talks. Did you notice that? None of them were doing political talks. Why now are artists not political people? We had doctors and lawyers back in the old days. Doctors, lawyers, scientists, people of high notoriety, stature, that were speaking for us, that were fighting for some type of equivalency to say, hey, we can produce good fruits. But see, you don't see them talking for us anymore. You see, the reason why the Negro likes to bring up Tulsa, Oklahoma, because it was a time where the Cains and the Abels had to work together. The fuckery was covered up with Jim Crow, because at that time, the negative had to get covered up with more so positive. Even though that those Negroes didn't want to really go to work, but it's okay, because the positive blacks, they had to build a city. They wanted to build something for their children to have. They wanted to have and make sure. Is that, Ty, you said it. You said it, Tate. You said it, Tyra. Is that why most rappers taking Italian gangster names? Yeah. You see, the Italians at one time, they used to run speakeasies and juke joints. See, this is why the Italians and the blacks, they were in the same ghettos. The Italians are like blacks to us, to whites, like the Irish. This is why they used to run their dope and their drugs and all that stuff. This is why one of the Godfathers said, y'all should have never stole the Negro dope. Because whatever affects him is going to eventually spill over to us. Look what happened. History does prove itself. Do you want to know why blacks with higher notoriety are not trying to help the blacks in the ghettos? You know why? Because they understand that if I let these niggas out of that cage called the ghetto, if we let them out and put them in the neighborhoods that we're in, see, those blacks that talk about all that stuff, that how we are, you know, in some type of bondage and slavery and all kinds of stuff. The reason why they're not, you ever noticed that none of those NFL players were putting up their money to try to get, you know, blacks out of incarceration? You know why they did that? Because at that time, they had you Negroes actually looking at them. They had y'all actually believe in their shit. Mind you, they never tried to go to Trump. They never tried to actually fuck with. Listen, did you notice that? How the hell did all these black people go see Obama? Why weren't any of them taking a knee when Obama was in office? Why weren't any of them taking a knee when Bill Clinton was in office? Bill Clinton arrested more blacks than anybody. Go ahead and look it up. More blacks were arrested and incarcerated with Bill Clinton in office. That's why I'm trying to figure out, why the hell did y'all invite Bill Clinton to church for Aretha Franklin? That was a contradictory. But see, the ignorant Negro, see, the older blacks, women, and men, they like seeing the youthful blacks dumb and docile, ignorant and belligerent, because they know that as long as they're using the same talking points that never bear fruit, nobody's ever going to have to look at their fuckery. And because we as blacks keep allowing these type of people to speak for us, they know that eventually those kids are going to keep dying off. No one can challenge that old preacher, because no one has ever had the courage to tell him, I know I'm your son. I know that you had sex with my mama behind my daddy. But you never told him that, because you know my daddy would kill you. You know my daddy works 40 hours plus 10 extra hours. So you know when to come by to talk to my mama. But I still see you come by when I'm asleep. I pretend to be asleep. I know you come by. I know some of you politicians that take money from the schools, different other type of organizations, and you get $1 million homes in white suburban communities. Well, all you black people who have made it, why have you not told black youth people about the dangers of not having health insurance? No, I'm not talking about something paid or given to you by the government. Why are y'all not expressed? I would love to see a black successful person get on stage and say, hey, you black youth, y'all need to go get health insurance. Y'all need to start building up a plan, a 5-year plan. Why are y'all always telling them to go to schools? Why are you not telling them to go get a trade? You know that's one of the bedrocks of which black communities were built on was trade, right? Why do y'all allow such destructive music to be played out? Y'all talked about how women are easily shamed. This is something for black women. I know black women are contradictory. Y'all said how easily black women are shamed by black men. A black woman formed Me Too, but you had no problem with T.I. doing that video with that white woman coming in there, though he is a married man, stripping and acting all type of way. Though he told his wife to take a charge for him and then left her to raise his children and say, I got to get back to my rap career. But you want him to speak for the black community. Diddy, who has run Rough Riders, also known as a gang that rode up and down through New York, selling dope, guns, and different type of affiliations, causing so many black boys death. I mean, Biggie made a song called What's Beef, talking about how they had no problem going around smacking around and killing other blacks. Y'all can't say that the white man has put you where you are anymore, because he doesn't have to do the work anymore. When you have such destructive people, this is why I want to do a video about black supremacy. Black supremacy is real, something that we don't really want to talk about. This is why it's hard to get the blacks who have made it out. You can't get them to go back to the black community and say, fuck you, you crazy as fuck. Do you know what I just got away from? Do you know the mental abuse and strain that it took for me to restrain myself when I had a dude pull up right beside me and check out my girl and flash his gun and dare me to say something bad? See, this is shit that is real in the hood. This is stuff that is real in the community. This is why we tell, listen, if you're a black person that has made it out, please tell your children that stuff that they show in the videos is not real. It's a facade. Because when those rappers are done doing those videos, they don't go back to those same hoods. Those chiefs, they don't even live in those hoods anymore. They move out to around white people where they know there's security, where they know there's safety. They don't live around those type of people. They do the videos so that way you niggas can believe that, guess what? I'm still down with you. But when it's all over, they get in their armored vehicle and say, get me away from these niggas. One of them touched me. We're not the same ilk. See, that's how the black community is now. They like you when you have money that you can give them. But when it's time to get the fuck out, these niggas will go, oh, like you want to call brother polite. That nigga been moved the fuck away from y'all. Farrakhan does not live around y'all niggas. A lot of these black successful people are successful, but they learn how to coon and make you suck them off to success. They don't have to talk to you niggas anymore. Why? Because y'all do not be in their board meetings. You're not in their board meetings. White people are in their board meetings saying, how can you call me devil when you have put your people in hell far worse than what we have done? See, I know what I said is going to offend you niggas, but I don't give a fuck, because most of y'all will never have the galls to see. Y'all walk up on me, a black man. It's okay. I don't mind shooting you niggas. It's okay. Y'all didn't mind. White man done paid me to go shoot people overseas. I'm shooting y'all. I just sprinkle some crack on y'all, like Dave Chappelle said. I know most of y'all niggas don't belong in my community, so y'all already gonna look out of place. There's only 4 black people in this community. I paid good money to separate myself. Y'all can say whatever the fuck you want to say, but see, when you start making money, I'm gonna tell you right now, if any of you black people, black men and black women, if you start making money, get the fuck out of the black hood. Get the fuck out. Don't look back. It's I don't know why, but God been saying this for the longest. You know, listen, Abraham, get the hell out. Get out. But Lord, I didn't say, but get out, boy. As soon as they get the first thing that these white executives tell these black people when they get money, hey, listen, you want that money? Yeah. Listen, why are you still in the hood? Oh, shoot, you're right. These niggas are gonna rob me. You can't even get a TV. Listen, let me show you the difference of me when I started living around white people. I get a TV. You know what will happen? My neighbor would ask me, "Do you need help putting it up?" You think the niggas in the hood gonna help me do that shit? Hell no. Nah. You get a goddamn 70-inch TV in the goddamn hood. These niggas are playing Black Ops trying to figure out how the fuck to get in your house. Don't have yourself a beautiful daughter. Oh shit. Y'all can't say I'm making this up. You can't. Because a lot of y'all know this shit is true. Black supremacy has hurt more black people than white supremacy has as of late. As of late. Let me make sure I say that. As of late. White supremacy ain't even fucking with y'all anymore. It really isn't. But if you explain white supremacy, then how the fuck do you explain that there's more poor white people than there are black people? Nike does not target white people. Nike targets black youth and black Hispanics between 13 to 35. So does Jordan. When it comes to things like shoes, clothing, shit like that, get a nigga to put on the clothing. Y'all got mad when they put on blackface, but they still got you blackfacing for everybody in the world. They got y'all doing more coon shit, as y'all want to call it. And for the blacks that want to do something differently, you get mad at them. This is why whenever y'all say blacks, we need to unify, I be like, nigga, where at? There? No, nigga, no. There's a place. I know it's more expensive for us to unify, but trust me, I want to make sure that when we close up shop, that at 1 to 3 o'clock in the morning, those niggas are not using crowbars to get into our shit. And yes, we're going to get the good insurance. You want to talk to me about business? Tell you right now, I keep it 100. I don't got no beef with white people. I don't got no beef with black people. But shit, this is something that we need to talk about. Do I want to see black men successful? Yes. Do I want to see black men get with successful black women? Yes. Do I want to see black people start to come up? Yes. I have a storefront and can't open my boutique because they will rob me and I go out of business and shut down. Yep. That happens all the time. I have seen black people put their hard-earned money into doing things for the black community. Y'all ever wonder why there's not that many black businesses inside the black community like that? Because niggas, like I said, have the Cain and Abel effect. And I'm going to do a talk about that. Whereas to when they see something and they don't have it, but yet you have it, but they say, well, he has it. I'm about to cane his shit. I am going to go over there, either tarnish the building if I can't get the hookup, or I'm going to steal from it. And black women, I've seen black women, we've seen videos of black women run inside damn stores. Now, I know y'all gonna say white people do it too, and that's a deflective measure. Just because white people, I see white people eating Tide Pods, I didn't see niggas do that shit. I see white people doing all kind of crazy shit. Y'all niggas know the difference. Y'all be like, oh, hell no, that's what white people do. So when y'all say white people do it too, do y'all have a button when y'all turn it on and turn it off at a convenience? Because if that's the case, then I wish I could break that fucking button. That's why y'all seeing white people. Now y'all don't like it now when white people say, oh my God, they're treating me like a black person. Really? Really? Did he just say that? Well, shit, I just said white people be fucking putting animal penises up their ass. So, I mean, shit, are y'all gonna start doing that shit too? See, y'all pick and choose what y'all want to compare with the white man. When y'all gonna start saying shit like the Asian man? Like, well, the Asian man, he got pretty good mathematics skills. So, yeah, he can do it. I'm gonna do it too. Y'all never use the positive shit that other minorities are doing. The African man, he's opening up businesses in our communities, so I can do it too. Y'all don't ever use what the positive minorities are doing. Y'all just like to just look at what white man has been doing. I don't get y'all niggas. Why do I this is why I try to tell y'all. White man don't give a shit to watch you because you got your eyes always on him. So as long as you got your eyes on him, he's like, well, shit, you ain't gonna never do nothing because you're gonna spend your time trying to follow what the fuck I'm doing. Hell, I can damn put out a fucking enchilada with damn a taco dancing, a dog dancing around it. Shit, you gonna think that's the coolest shit in the world. Shout out to my cousin Harold. Harold is making big things happen for himself. That brother has gone down to Atlanta and made a name for himself. He's been doing music. He's been in a few videos like Superfly. Go check it out. My cousin Harold's in there. He's a positive father for his kids. Sometimes you black young men need to just get the fuck away from those communities that are destroying y'all and just build yourself your own shit. Just get away. Go somewhere where people don't really know you. Sometimes it's good to have that clean slate where you're like, dang, well, ain't nobody know me. I don't know what's going to happen. That's good. So if nobody knows you and you don't know what's going to happen, that means you got to be on guard 24/7. That means you got to be to work on time because you don't know what's going to happen. So you want to make sure that you got that job. You want to make sure that you appreciate your ride. So you got to take care of that vehicle. That means you got to find people who ain't bullshitting. See, black people, this is why I tell y'all, if you just get out the hood and you just take your chances, you'll be surprised what you can do. That's just me. I know I said it. Just go. I had to go all the way around the world 3 times. See, one thing I know about it with those people in those little countries, that they know that, listen, if I don't go out and work, ain't nobody gonna bring me no goddamn financial or food stamps or no shit. What the fuck is food stamp? A woman get pregnant from a dude at a nightclub in Russia. There ain't no government aid. She's like, well, fuck, I got to do this on my own. You don't hear them saying no Me Too in no damn Russia, do you? Y'all gonna say, well, that's communism. No, bitch, that's called accountability. Black man, you don't see nobody say, oh man, he just called me a nigga. Like, I feel like I've been impressed. Well, nigga. Welcome to the real world, bitch. Now, do you want this job or not? Nobody gives a fuck for y'all bitching anymore. No, really, nobody does. Y'all want to go see these bad bitches around the world, but I'm gonna tell you right now, these bitches don't want none of y'all little bitch made thought mindset. She's like, I want that real. If you're gonna be a bitch and try to take me back and think I'm gonna get behind you, she's gonna go find somebody else cooler. All right, y'all, I'm done. I ain't trying to. I got more stuff I got to do. I got to get ready to do the podcast. I got to go grocery shopping. But you guys, dang, I did 3 videos today. I'm doing pretty good. All right, guys. Thank God for the love, the support. Enjoy the video. Please check out the other videos. I got to do one later on. Possibly, like I said, I got a lot of topics I got to do. I know some people, they want me to give them their top topics, but I'm like, no, 30 cents if I got to give you topics. All right, guys, y'all take care. Stay blessed. Peace.